Mr. MEP.
Chairman, I've listened to this debate this afternoon with great care, and indeed also to the earlier agenda items this morning. And what I've heard is an awful lot of motherhood and apple pie. I've heard a lot of wishful thinking and worthy aspirations. Of course we all want to end poverty. Of course we all want to end youth unemployment. These are all very desirable objectives. In fact, you could take these guidelines and sum them up in a few words. We should all do better, and we would all agree. The question is, what are we actually going to do to achieve it? Now, I'm sure colleagues in this room are driven by genuine compassion for those citizens facing great difficulties. But to the extent that we have proposed specific mechanisms through the day, what we are doing is to impose new obligations on employers, to increase unit labour costs, to reduce competitiveness of European economies, and the consequences of that, if carried through, would be lower economic growth and higher unemployment. So compassion for individual workers doesn't necessarily lead to greater employment and greater prosperity for the community as a whole. I would suggest, having given you this rather negative view of things, that there is a piece of good news. And that is that I suspect there is nobody out there who is really listening to us or concerned with what we are saying. One of our colleagues a few moments ago said she felt she was writing reports for the waste paper basket. I can well understand that she would think that. Either she or another colleague said that this committee is close to the people. May I ask how often we have been out and talked to the people, and talked to entrepreneurs, and talked to employers, and asked them, because they don't say, well done for creating an environment where we can create new jobs. They say, why do you keep trammelling us with regulations which are extremely difficult and extremely expensive, and discourage us from investing, and discourage us from employing people? What we should be doing, if we are serious, Madam Chairman, is to recognise that there is little that we in this Parliament can do to create jobs, but there is quite a lot we could do to remove the existing disincentives to employment. Unfortunately, we in this committee seem determined to create new disincentives to employment, which is exactly what the reverse of what we should be doing in these difficult times. We need deregulation, we need lower taxation, then we will get economic growth, then we will get the high-quality jobs and the employment that we all want.